Welcome back.
Welcome, everybody.
Welcome back to the Green Room Podcast. That is definitely staying in.
No,
we are
not.
back here in Franklin, Tennessee.
I'll just cut the audio.
Let me do the intro, man.
Let's redo it.
No, we're going.
No, because I want to make it so we can't
we're
use
going.
it.
We're at the Franklin Theater. My name is Massimo Di Stefano. To my right, I have the wonderful singing man.
Yeah, I'm here.
What's your name?
My name is Brennan Ayton. I'm not that one. I'm me.
That one's me. He pointed at me for all you
Yep, sorry.
just listening.
Well, I mean, if you're on Spotify, you can watch it. If you're on YouTube, and
Yeah,
watch
but
it.
that doesn't mean they are watching it.
I know.
And even on YouTube doesn't mean they're just watching it. You know, I throw up videos all the time and don't even watch.
Couple things. First
You
off,
just want to get into it.
I think so. First off, last week we did the RIP to Jimmy Buffett, right?
Yep.
And then literally we finished filming and I went into the office to do some work. I'm like 2 hours in office work. I open my phone. The singer Smash Mouth had died. R.I.P. dude. That's so
R.I.P.
sad.
That's
Shrek is like our childhood.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, Shrek. And then I think they also had a couple songs in Phineas and Ferb that were like not as big
Oh
as.
my gosh, yeah.
Like just like subtly in episodes here and there.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
shout out them. Shout out him. I forget his name. I should know it. I'm sorry. I don't know his name.
What sucks is I don't know it either. This is really awkward now.
Yeah. We should maybe restart.
No, we're going.
I don't know.
Why do you want to keep restarting? We don't restart all the time.
Yeah, R.I.P. That's all. I just want to say R.I.P. because we did Jimmy Buffett, and then I was just like, we should.
Yeah, literally like the same day. It was the same day, yeah.
Yeah,
At least the filming of it was the same day.
Yeah, for us it was the same day filming. So R.I.P.
Wow.
I just
Well, other than that, it's been a fun couple weeks. We haven't filmed in at least a week and a half or so.
Yeah, week and a half.
It was that Saturday, last Saturday.
Yeah,
so week and a half ish.
You went out of town
a few times.
Explain yourself.
I'm gonna go first. You got your
explain yourself.
Vegetation here on your amp.
I'll explain my vegetation after you explain yourself.
So I went back to Memphis. I played for this guy in Memphis. His name's Chris Nerthen. I think his whole get up thing is called Sweetener. But sweet like N-U-R, Sweetener, not like a
nice.
Yeah. Anyway, we had a rehearsal on that Wednesday. I drove in the Wednesday, stayed the night, drove back the next day. I worked that night.
That's fun.
And then worked the next night, not here, somewhere else.
Is that Movie Gang?
Yeah. Your poster's over there.
Shout out Movie Gang. Shout out Chad.
Shout out. We just did Pirates of the Caribbean. If you weren't there, Fat L. It was actually probably the best sold out one. It wasn't sold out, but what's wrong with you?
That was the worst thing I've ever seen in my life. You just go Fat L?
With an L on her forehead, man. An L on her forehead.
Welcome back to 2013, everybody. Anyway, keep going.
That was 10 years ago.
It was 11.
You said 2013.
No, yeah. I'm already thinking about next year.
Why?
I was looking at the calendar earlier today, and I was just looking at next year, and I'm just in my head. Sorry, keep going.
Wow. Friday, I was doing the sound thing. And then I left. So I'm playing for this guy. I met him literally 2 weeks ago, and we had a gig on 2 days ago. His name's Andrew Sevener. Sevener? I think it's Sevener. If it's not that. His nickname's Sevy. I know. I met him 2 weeks ago. Calm down.
You're in the band.
We literally had 2 rehearsals, and we opened up for a guy named Taylor Holden. I think it's Holder. He's big on TikTok.
Yeah, I think I heard.
He has like 20 million followers on TikTok. That could be a really wrong number, but it's huge like that. And 5 million on Instagram. And so we opened for him. Crowd was nuts.
Really?
Yeah, I think it was estimated 700. It was probably
where was that? What was the venue?
So we were in Peoria, Illinois. It was at this bar called Cruisin's.
Is that a bar?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
But they moved the tables and like it was just standing room. I'm really bad guessing at how many people are in a space.
I saw the video of it. It's definitely not 700.
It looked more like 4 or 5.
I was gonna say it's probably.
But
400.
there's a back porch. There's it went way back. So what you saw, I don't know if you guys follow me. It's on my story. But it was an experience.
That's cool. Was it fun?
It was a ton of fun. We had an Airbnb. We just went back there after, and at least me and the guitar player did. Other guy stayed out. I was tired. So, but it was fun. It was my first time playing for him. I had to bring my kit, which was all right. But shout out Taylor. Thanks for having us. Shout out Andrew. Thanks for
Yeah.
playing. So he has a Texas band, but now he lives here. So he just threw a new band together, like
he's
within
got
the
his
last 2
Nashville
weeks. And so we were all completely new. We all
Nice.
learned the music within 2 weeks. The bass player only had one rehearsal.
Nice.
So for the first gig, it was
Shout out
pretty good.
bass players killing it. Anyway, keep going.
I think I played pretty well. I think I did. So
Nice.
I don't know.
I'm glad.
Yeah, and then we got back yesterday. So we left
Early or late?
like we got back at like 3:30. But we left Saturday though at 5:30 in the morning. Like
So
my
you
call
could have come
time
to the
was
show
5:30.
last night.
No,
You,
I was.
You
I
don't
was
want to
about
listen to me do front of
I
house.
I didn't know you were in front of house.
I've been telling you this for like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
I'm
well,
not
I
front of
forgot.
house.
I was so tired. I had my parents pick me up some Mexican food, and I ate that and went to bed. I fell
Dude,
asleep on the couch.
I've been thinking
Like,
about Oscar's Taco Shop a lot.
No, we went to Chewy's.
I know, but I've been thinking about Oscar's a lot.
You want to go to
lately.
Oscars after this?
No. I can't afford it. I can't afford
I've been
it.
thinking about it a lot. Want to go?
That's why I haven't gone.
No.
I can't afford it. When I get the next paycheck, we'll go.
Yeah, because I'm gone so much.
Yeah.
I'm gone a lot the next few months.
Yeah.
And so Brendan's taken up. He's just napping up all the work here at the theater.
You know,
And I'm like, go for
the
it.
next
man.
couple of months, don't try to book me for a session. Don't.
book
October,
me.
November, December. You can book me to mix, I guess, because I can do it at night. But I'm not gonna have time in the day at all because I'm gonna be here all the time, which I'm fine with. I love this place. I love this job. You know what I mean? Like I'm fine with it. And it's so close. It's not like I have to drive forever and ever. But I'm gonna be busy. I also have to move out of my apartment and move into my new one in the middle of all this. So it's gonna be fun. We'll figure it out.
Well, my parents are trying to sell our house. That's still like within this year they want to either renovate it or sell it.
Sell it to me. What's their price? Would they rent it monthly?
No,
Then never mind.
because they want to buy a house. They can't just.
If they'd rent it to 420-year-olds, sold because I like your
They
house
will not
and I want that
because
upstairs
they
spot to
need
be
the
my
money.
studio.
And no, see, if I get a new
If
place,
it wasn't hardwood,
if I get a new place, I don't want to have 2 stories because I hate lugging my drums up and down stairs. I want a basement and a door out the back.
then you're gonna have to. Yeah,
Or-
but then you're still gonna have to carry it uphill if you're in a basement, whether it's
No, you
upstairs.
put
or
it in
not.
the driveway goes back there. You put it in your car and you go.
Yeah, you're still gonna have to walk uphill a little bit.
There doesn't have to be that steep of a hill.
True.
Or it's just a 1-story house and I put my drums in the living room because it's vaulted ceilings.
Your parents would love that.
No, that's my place.
Drums in the
I would
living
want a
room.
place with a huge vaulted ceilings in the living room so I can just have a natural reverb in the
So
house.
you can do the Led Zeppelin thing.
Yeah.
You want to just sit whenever.
I want a nice delay on there.
I'm gonna do that to that.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, no, I already did it in the thing.
Oh yeah.
You've been okay.
I
You've been
know.
kind of sucking with adding reverb and stuff to the things we do. I had to do it a few times, and recently I'm like, you know what? You're the audio guy. What are you doing? What's up with that?
I've been busy.
I've been busy.
Yeah, we've both been busy.
That's good.
I'm sorry. To be honest with you, because it's audio stuff, don't have to necessarily go through the entire podcast and listen to the entire thing to reproduce it. You do to have to do the camera stuff, so you watch
So I
it all
flipped
over
the
again.
angles, yeah.
So I just make sure
Slap
it sounds
a-
good, bounce it, and then we're good.
Well, then don't say I'm going to put reverb on that.
I'm sorry, folks. I'll try to be better.
That's right. Admonish him in the comments.
Can I talk about my weekend? Is that okay?
Yeah. How was your weekend?
It was fine. It was busy.
From Wednesday to forward now, because
What was Wednesday?
I was in Memphis.
I had a free day on Wednesday, which was nice. I played Hogwarts Legacy all day. Shout
After
out
all
Hogwarts
you've been talking about, I was
Legacy.
like, I want a free day. So you did.
So yeah, I had one, but I said I don't have another one coming up
Oh,
for
yeah.
like 4 months. Yeah. But yeah, Hogwarts Legacy. I'm playing it right now. It's really good. It's a good game. Sorry, it's a sidebar. Yeah, this weekend we had Coy Roy from Need to Breathe here. That was awesome. It was a great show.
Saw the balloons.
Yeah,
you know.
I've never done that before. We had
Hung
inflatables
balloons.
that like you know how like
What did it spell?
it's spelled Coy Roy.
Oh,
It was Coy Roy and inflatables. It was cool.
it's Bo Reinhardt though.
Yeah, but right. It's
Yeah.
his name, but his His artist name.
His thing is Coy Roy, but it's Bo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Just
So-
if that name sounds, because I know people know that name more than Coy Roy. I know for sure.
Okay.
Because you say Bo Reinhardt, I know who that is. So anyway, sorry. I'm just
You're good.
I'm just pointing that out.
You're okay. We also had Mandy Barnett here on Friday. She did the it was Patsy Cline's birthday, so she did a night of Patsy Cline. I mean, this
How was that?
amazing.
Were you
Mandy
just
Barnett
stagehand
is
for
so
that?
good. What?
Did Richard run front of house for that?
Yeah.
And you were just stagehand?
Yeah.
Who was the crew? Chris?
We had Chris on lights, and then Justin was monitors.
Oh wait, I did see Justin's story about it because it was a cool looking.
It was every time Mandy's here, she just kills it. She's so good. She's got such a good voice. She's really good at just doing whatever. Like she can do the jazz thing if she wants, but then she can turn on her accent and be country for the moment.
Turn on her accent.
She did it because it's Patsy Cline stuff. A couple of songs,
yeah.
she was a little more country than she had been, and I can turn it on too. You've heard me a couple times. I can turn it on, and turn it off as well.
Yeah, let's turn it off.
It was a good time. But yesterday was the fun one for me. Yesterday we had KT Tunstall was here.
Is that how do you say the last name?
Tunstall.
Tunstall. Actually.
Yeah.
So I know you've been screwing it up.
I messed it up a couple times.
I'm asking because I don't know now.
I here at the office, I messed it up a couple times, but it's
More than a
Tunstall.
couple.
Yeah. KT Tunstall. It was awesome. I ran front of house, so I did sound for it, and it was sick. First off, the opener was she just sang and played harp, which was sick. I never thought I'd ever have the opportunity to mix a harp, and she plugged it through a pedal board with like a delay and a reverb and a distortion. She did a distortion on her
On a
harp.
harp?
It's pretty cool. And
Bro.
then I had it in like an instrument verb and the drum verb. I had all this. It was so angelic. It sounded like Zelda vibes, like super ethereal. It was awesome. It was sick. And then KT came out and she runs. So she plays guitar, acoustic, and an electric. But both of them, you get the DI signal. So you have the acoustic and the electric dry, and then both of them go to the guitar amp. So you have the guitar mic as well. And then all of that gets thrown into a looper. And then there's a drum pad, and then she sings. Obviously,
That's crazy.
it was awesome. It was an interesting thing to mix, and like I had to. It was my brain surprisingly knew what to do. Going in, I had no idea what I was gonna do.
No,
because
I
it was
the
like
same way.
where am I gonna? Oh, there's also tambourine, a foot tambourine mic,
And a real tambourine.
and a
You were
real-
saying that, yeah.
Well, yeah. So it was a real tambourine down there that just she hit with her foot.
Oh, I thought you meant within the.
Well, no. So there was a tambourine mic that she would hit with her foot and like play like quarter notes on tambourine. But then also within her like drum pad,
That's what I was
there
saying.
was
Yeah.
in I think it was just one of the songs. There was a tambourine as well that played, and it was awesome. There was a couple songs that she gave me a set list that had like I want extra verb on the tambourine and vocals because she'd like on 4 she'd hit the tambourine like super
And you wanted to
80s. So it was like do 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 do. It was awesome.
Did you like? Okay, this is a question. Do you like it when, for running front of house, when artists are like that, super specific about this, or when they say, "Hey, just throw it up, make
If
it
it's
your thing."
effects like reverb and delay, yeah. But if it's like compression, like I want my threshold at -26 and my attack at 3.
You don't like that?
No, because then it's like if you go to different consoles and different buildings, you never know how stuff's gonna react. It's just
True.
That's when you start getting because then if someone sticks to the numbers and they
Oh, no matter
go
what.
numbers over
Yeah,
sound,
yeah.
they're gonna be like, and then you're gonna have butting heads.
Well,
you know what I mean?
then it's on them. If it sounds like crap, it's on them because it's hey, and then someone comes
Yeah.
up and is like, "Hey, it's what they wanted." So,
yeah,
not to throw or to pass the buck, but
yeah.
that's exactly what they wanted. So you're not going to say no.
Yeah,
so.
no, they told me up front. I was talking to Ben, the TM. He was saying because it's just her doing all of it, but the goal is for it to sound like a full band behind her, like a full mix. So he's like, he was like, I don't want it to be a singer songwriter where the vocals above everything else. He's like, if every once in a while there's a little bit of the end of a word that gets covered by the guitar or I don't care. He's like, make it sound full. I was like, okay, so there's no pressure there. Because the thing with singer-songwriter stuff is, it's simple. It's just a guitar and a singer.
But you need to hear
But you
the
have to have the
words.
clarity in both. So, but then when you have a band, obviously you need clarity and stuff like this. But the fullness, you don't have to be as like particular. There's a word that I'm trying to pull in analytical about it.
Analytical, ladies and gentlemen. Analytical.
This brain sometimes can just do things.
Did you have coffee? Oh, you said you had coffee.
I had it, but it was just a little cup of just.
I
like,
said you want to go get some.
I'm okay. I don't need it every morning.
I see. Oh, I want some.
The thing that's convenient for me is a lot of times we do the podcast the same days that I work, and I always drink coffee no matter what if I'm working.
Yeah.
I just sometimes, if I'm not working, I don't choose to drink coffee because it's like, give my
Do you
body
like a dark roast?
Or
do you even
at
care?
home, if I'm making it by myself, like in my coffee pot, and that's in my bedroom, shout out the coffee pot in my bedroom. I have Starbucks French dark roast. Yeah.
Okay.
Dude, it's so nice. I still haven't bought the timer yet, but I'm going to do what is it,
yeah,
Rainn Wilson, or who does it? Someone in Office does it, right?
I don't know. You were the one that said that.
Yeah. I'm going to wake up to the smell of coffee. It's going to be amazing.
He's going to preset
Michael
it.
Scott does it. He has this,
the George Foreman
George
grill.
Foreman making bacon. So he wakes up to the smell of bacon at the foot of his bed. Yeah. No.
At the foot of his bed?
At the foot of his bed, yeah.
At the foot?
Yeah.
Because he burned his foot?
Yeah. I didn't want to spoil it, dude.
Who hasn't seen that episode?
Some people, maybe.
Too bad.
Can I tell you an Office episode that I actually don't like that a lot of people like?
Which one?
The one, the dinner party one when
you don't like that episode?
the awkwardness makes
serious?
me so uncomfortable.
That's the point.
No, I know, and I get
Are you actually
every
kidding
other
me?
episode I laugh at it, but that episode it's too much.
Are you actually serious?
I can't do it. I love watching it. I'm like, oh my
I've never
god,
been this revved up in my life. Are you serious?
No, it makes me so uncomfortable.
That's like if you are gonna watch any Office episode and to introduce to someone.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
No, it's Fire Drill.
That's
Fire
good too.
Drill.
That is good
It's
too.
So funny. Just Dwight.
Okay, show them those two.
Dwight in Fire
I'm
Drill.
taking it off.
Me too. Hold on.
Are you serious, dude? That is like one of the. I got one.
Sorry.
That's like the iconic. Are you serious?
Yeah.
Are you actually serious?
I'm dead serious.
We're watching that. We're watching
it's not that
that.
I don't, because the bloopers make me laugh so hard watching John Krasinski
they
die
can't-
laughing, because that makes me laugh.
The plasma
But
TV with the.
I just, for some reason, it's just I think it's actually the way that
snap.
What's the name of Michael's girlfriend or fiance or wife in that? What's her name? I can't think of it.
Are you serious?
Whatever her name is. The way she is,
Jane.
She makes
Jill.
She makes me uncomfortable. That's what. It's not anybody else. She makes me uncomfortable.
That just means she's doing her job.
The part that makes me do laugh when he pulls the TV out from the wall. That part makes me laugh really
Have you
hard.
seen the blooper for that?
Yes,
They just can't.
Yes. But
no. When they're drinking the wine and he's like, okie after birth.
No, like I watch it and I go, oh my god. Oh, it's so uncomfortable. It's so uncomfortable.
Oh, when they play the
Benihana episode also is
when they play the kids' music, the like her assistant.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. The Benihana
Took
episode.
me by the hand.
The Benihana episode when they're when Dwight is explaining how to like field dress a goose. Oh my god, it makes me laugh so hard. Sorry. I didn't sleep very well last night. I'm feeling very slap happy this morning.
I slept all the way back. I basically slept all the way back from Illinois. And then I slept like 9 hours last night.
Nice.
Probably 10. I fell asleep on the couch. I don't know.
What do you think is the best TV show of all time? And I don't
know. I have my personal favorites. It's my opinion.
God. I think it's
one of my
Office.
favorite.
I think it's either Game of Thrones or The Office, but they're completely different TV shows,
are.
so it's a different conversation.
Mine
for both.
are not even those.
Or low-key Suits. Suits is so good.
I haven't seen Suits.
It's so good.
Is it a current running show or is
it was in like 10, 15 years ago.
that
early 2000s.
That old?
2010s.
Really?
Yeah.
How long did it run?
I think it's like 7, 8 seasons.
That's it. See,
Yeah.
I love Frasier because I watched Cheers. Shut up! Can I not like old things? And it's not even
Continue.
old. I watched Cheers. It's 11 seasons. So screw Suits with its stupid 8 seasons. Put your hat back. What are you doing?
Taking a nap.
I'm gonna throw your plan at you. I watched Cheers. It's 11 seasons, and then
I didn't even explain what the plant was.
too bad. I'm doing.
When you're done with this, I'm explaining. The plant.
Unbelievable. And then after that, they had Frasier, which is a spinoff of Cheers, which ran for another 11 seasons. That's 22 seasons, man. Come on. Watching Kelsey Grammer's hair go back all for like 20 years.
I don't know who that is.
He's Frasier.
I don't know who that is.
Kelsey Grammer. He was in that
I don't
one
know anything
Terminator.
about it.
No, he was in the one Transformers movie. I don't know why it's the first thing that came to mind. He also
Is he the guy that's in Spy Kids?
no.
Isn't he the bad guy in one of the Spy Kids movies?
No.
Oh.
No, that's
The guy that with the weird stuff poking all over his body?
No.
Isn't that Frasier?
He's not in
Oh.
Spy Kids. Although that's a loaded cast though.
Antonio Banderas. My name
Anyway,
is Antonio Banderas.
And then I watched Psych and Monk.
It's Psych slaps.
Psych has been my favorite
Psych
for a while.
is good, but like if
I
you're
love Psych.
trying to watch it all day, you get tired of it.
I binge.
You can't do it all day. You can't watch Psych
I
for
could do it
12
all day.
hours.
No, I could do it. Why can't you?
It starts turning the same.
Well, it's the same
shit every
format, but like they spice it up enough. And it only ran for like 7-8 seasons or something.
I think so.
But it was a great show.
The first show I ever binged was How I Met Your Mother. I was in like 7th grade.
I haven't seen it.
It's a good show. I think it's a good show. I haven't seen it since. It's very it's good. It's kind of like you see what's coming every once in a while, but it's also very what's it called? Sentimental. It's a very sentimental show.
I could see that. Mm-hmm.
Like more than Friends, because people try to compare it to Friends. Friends isn't emotional. Like they don't try to convey emotion the way that
in Friends, not really.
How I Met Your Mother's. There's an episode where what's his face, the one guy's dad dies. And
Okay,
it's like, dude, I cried so hard.
In How I Met Your Mother.
Yeah, I
You
cried.
just spoil it to
so
everyone.
hard. No, it's like 4 seasons in. It's not the end. It's not like the big spoiler at the end of the show.
Whatever.
Anyway, I gotta explain this plan.
Oh yeah.
Anyway, so KT, the KT show, it was great. It sounded awesome. She loved us. She came in the whole time. Her and the opener were talking about how easy we were to work with. And then during the show, she did the encore one song early, which I thought was interesting. I was like, she went off stage one song early, right?
So she skipped a song.
Well, and then she came back out to do the song that I thought she was skipping, but she brought a bag with her. And then she played that song. And
Which one? The encore or the
no,
final
the song that she skipped.
Oh, okay.
And then she had Leland and Shay come on stage, and she said that she's been on this tour, and sometimes artists can be difficult, and that because they drink, and that they're like difficult people, and that they're very particular and stuff. And then she goes, for a venue to keep up and be as helpful and joyful as this place has been, she was just like, and she gave us the award of best tech venue of tour, and best tech crew, and she gave us this plant which with 4 little guys in it, and there's one girl and 3 guys, so it's Shay and me, Leland, and Chris.
And I'm the
you're not
guy.
in it.
I'm the 5th guy in the
You're
bushes.
not in it because you weren't there. You could have been there.
I was so
Think
tired.
about it.
I was so tired.
If you would have been there, because they didn't start loading until 3, you could have been there.
No, I went to church.
You said
That's why I had to get.
You said that you were home by 3.
And I had mass at 5.
Oh, you still could have shown up for load in, been helpful. They would have maybe mentioned your name. Yeah, everybody loves to say Massimo.
Did you not mention my name?
No. Well,
mention me wherever you go.
Do you
Brendan?
mention me wherever you go?
Sometimes.
No, you don't.
Sometimes.
To who?
I mentioned you to.
I do mention you to people, just not to artists here.
I mentioned you to the guitar player this past weekend.
Oh, nice.
I say, yeah, we got a pod.
Nice.
I said, and we. I actually, because he was talking about some guy that's like his best friend now, and how they didn't. And I was like, yeah, I had a guy like that because I didn't like. Remember that? Well, we talked about this. This is old.
Like, do you not like me right now?
This is old beef. We're friends now. But like when you first started working here, I was like, who is this guy? But now we're good. Now I get it.
Yeah, everyone hyped you up as, oh, dude, there's this guy coming in. If you even mention that he's Italian, he won't shut up about it. And then I was like, okay, I won't say anything.
No, people always say that. You know why? It's because they always ask. Therefore, I talk about it. If no one brought it up, I wouldn't say a word.
You talk about it. You double down and you continue to talk about it.
No. It's because they then make fun of it with, oh, are you Portuguese? Or
I don't.
Oh, I love pasta.
Actually, on my way home, I'm going to stop at Kroger and get some burrata because I have basil and tomatoes and Italian bread and parsley and some really nice soppressata and and salami at home, and I'm going to make myself a really good sandwich.
You make that sandwich.
Can't wait. I forgot that I had all of that. Oh my god. Sorry. That was a sidebar. Yeah, I don't know. I think
Anyway.
you want to know what show is overrated? Mentioned it earlier. Friends is overrated. We may have done this on another episode.
like
I don't
Friends.
care. No, it's not good.
It's more than overrated. You just don't. You think it's bad. I think it's a good show.
The
I think
episodes
they ran it
they're
too long.
watchable, but it's so boring.
I think they ran it for too long.
You know how I said earlier with How I Met Your Mother, you know what's coming. You know what's coming with Friends every single time. It's never a surprise.
No, when Chandler and Monica slept together, I did not see that coming.
Dude, how did you not see that coming? It's a show of 3 guys and 3 girls. Of course, it makes sense. They're all going to have relationships with each other at some point.
That one I didn't see coming.
I did.
Them staying together, I probably could have seen.
Also, the other thing is we're watching it not when it came out. When you're watching it when it comes out, it's probably a lot different. But like when I go to watch the show and I didn't know anything about it when I first watched it, I go to watch it, I go, 3 guys, 3 girls. It's a TV show. It's a sitcom. Guess what's going to happen? All of them are going to have relationships. I bet.
You know what?
And I don't think all of them did with each other, but
No.
I was pretty close. They all had a little bit of twinlins with each other at some point.
Twinlins?
Yeah, it's a British word.
Twinlins.
It's not really. I just
Spell
wanted
it.
to say it.
Spell it.
TWI twin. I'm trying to think of what the word is.
Twindlins.
TWINDLINGS. Yeah. That's an English
You know what
teacher.
my parents do when we're watching a movie we haven't seen or whatever, or a TV show, whatever?
What?
And we sit down, we all watch it together. They'll talk through it. But they won't just talk through it.
Like
They
you're
won't-
that
They won't
person.
be like, wow, I'm not. I sit and shut up and watch it. They are like, oh, this is going to, like they say what's going to happen.
They openly
I'm like,
spoil.
just watch the
I have some
movie.
friends that do it with horror movies.
Oh my
and that's
gosh.
the worst. They go, dude, there's going to be a jump scare coming.
Like
and then
my
it
mom,
gets even worse.
my mom will be like, oh, he's dead. And then like 2 minutes later, he's dead. I'm like, just
Have you
watch
seen
the
Game of
movie.
Thrones? Have you seen Game of Thrones?
No. I don't really have any desire either. Because the only thing people talk about with Game of Thrones is that the ending sucks. I'm like, well,
It doesn't suck. Anybody that says the ending sucks.
everyone says that.
No, because they suck. The ending doesn't suck. Okay.
So you're the one guy that thinks it's okay.
No, there are some people on the internet that think it's okay. It's not what it's not that it sucked. It's not what the masses wanted. You can't always get what you want, people. Rolling Stone said it best. Okay.
Speaking
you
of,
need
they
to
put
wake
out,
up.
They put out a new song or album, or about
New
to
album.
put on. Yeah.
I think it's already out.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Justin was saying that Sergey mixed like a couple of the songs, and he's a big Sergey fan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You really just got really quiet
Yeah, I
compared
know.
to you.
I realized because I was yelling. No, listen to me.
Sheesh.
Game of Thrones is actually the greatest show of all time. The Office is just a lot more ingestible and a lot easier to watch, so that's why it's also the greatest show of all time.
Office, the last 2 seasons are like, meh.
Dude, Bob California is the greatest character of all
think
time.
he's
I think
crazy.
he's just as good, if not better, than Michael Scott.
He's just weirder.
My name is Robert California. Dude, I love Robert California. It's so funny.
He was a good character.
It is such a good character.
He was just, I think he was way too far out
Dude,
there.
and John Krasinski crushes the last 2 seasons. He picks up where Scott left. He crushes.
yeah, he
His
was great.
performance.
I just think
crushes.
the writing was a little lesser, and because he didn't have Michael Scott to carry.
All shows do that, though, if you think about it. Every show ever, even if it's a great show at the end of it being done,
You know what I would've done?
the last couple, there's always a season or 2 that are not as good
No.
as the others.
You know what I would have done? I would have ended it with Michael Scott leaving in season 7, okay, and then have a reboot a few years later of like
With Bob California.
Well, no, like a 1 season off or something,
No.
just to like tie up the loose
The
ends.
show would
and
not be the
done.
same without Bob California.
Yeah, but you wouldn't even know he was there if it ended in season 7.
That's what I'm saying. It wouldn't be the same, though. Because Bob California
Who
made
cares
that
about
show.
Bob?
I do. Okay, Robert California is, I think, Creed is a good character. Bob is better.
Okay, we're ending this. All right, we're getting off of that.
I'm done.
We're speaking of Rolling Stones and new music. What's wrong with that turnaround,
It's
Brendan?
funny. It's just funny.
It's not funny. It's how you do it. All right.
Sorry.
Gosh.
I didn't know I was in the room with Joe Rogan. Continue.
What does he do that? I don't really
No,
watch
that's
Joe
why
Rogan.
I'm saying. That's what.
That doesn't make any sense.
Just keep going. What were you gonna say?
Why would you say that? Doesn't make any sense. What's wrong with you?
Just continue. Just continue.
So what new music have you been listening to, Brendan?
I'll be honest. I have been bad about it. I haven't listened. Oh, the only new music I have been listening to
There's one.
is local.
Oh, who?
Well, couple. It's all hardcore bands.
That checks out.
There's a band called Wielded Steel. They're awesome. They're all bands
Like swords?
like Wielded Steel.
Like
yeah.
wielding steel. So swords.
Not wielding. Wielded.
So
Wielded steel.
like past tense.
Past tense wielded
swords.
steel. Yes.
So they used to wield
Yeah.
swords.
So like Stone Ages, the swords. Yeah. Talk about
so
wielded
do they
steel.
go on stage with swords?
No.
Is their sword like a theme
No,
through the album
dude.
covers?
The singer though, he's got tattoos. He's got I don't know what it says, but he's got a sentence tattooed along the top of his forehead.
Are you serious?
It's kind of scary, but it's sick.
Oh my gosh.
Anyway, I listen to them. I listen to Blood, BLUHD.
H
BLUHD. Yeah, Blood.
BLUHD.
Blood.
Oh my gosh.
Blood.
These are not people I would listen to.
No, you definitely want it.
I've expanded my musical
Waxed.
horizons quite a bit, but
Waxed is good.
just WAXED.
Yeah. And then Bazooka Tooth.
Get waxed. Bazooka
Spell
Tooth.
Bazooka Tooth.
No.
Spell Bazooka Tooth. You made me spell whatever that was earlier.
Blood? Yeah, because it's
No. There was that word early, like 10 minutes ago.
because that's not a word.
Whatever.
Twine.
Bazooka Tooth. Technically
Twinged.
not a word.
I don't know. Huh?
Bazooka Tooth. Technically not a word. Spell that.
It's just two words smashed together.
Whatever.
Bazooka
Anyway,
and tooth.
They're awesome. But yeah, what about you? What new music have you been listening to?
Actually, literally it's not new music, but I was just listening to Charlie Puth today. I don't know why. I just felt like
We
listening
literally
to him.
talk about him on like the third episode
We
of the
did
podcast.
because I went to go see him.
Yeah.
I just went to listen to Boy, and I was like, I'll just listen to voice notes today on the way here, and then on the way here again because I forgot the camera. Anyway, what I just mentioned to you, what we were listening to before, Jay Will Collier, Lizzie McAlpine, John Mayer had a song. When did that come out? I don't even know when it came out.
6 months ago?
Oh, it's that new?
I mean, it's within the year.
Oh, yeah.
Within a year,
What's it
I
called?
think. Never Gonna Be Alone.
Yeah, bro.
And I'm never gonna be alone.
Because I only know about it because I've just been putting shuffle on John Mayer recently, like just on his the artist thing on Spotify, and that came up once in a while, and that's happened where like a few songs he did like a collab on, but it's just him playing guitar. It's not even him singing. Like there's one song, I think like one where it's like he actually sings. Everything else is just the guitar part or
You don't
solo.
like listening to him play guitar?
Huh?
You don't like listening to him just
No,
play
it's
guitar?
just I don't know. I was expecting him to sing if his name's on the thing.
Dude, Jacob Collier is a G.
He's the one I want to get into more. Because I watched his Tiny Desk performance a few weeks ago.
One thing
I
you
heard
should
this thing.
watch. I can send it to you. There's a series he used to do during COVID. I forget what it's called, but people would just send him videos of them singing
I think
whatever.
I saw some of those.
Yeah, literally whatever.
Yeah.
It could be out of key, out of tune, not in the right tuning. You know what I mean? Like, it could be in like 420 tuning, like 415. You know what I mean? Like weird
420
tunings.
tuning.
Yeah, I didn't even mean to do that. Anyway, and he will make a song around it, and it is genius. He also guessed what software he uses.
Doesn't matter.
Logic. Did his song sound whatever that thing was Shay said the other day?
Oh, we got to talk about that. Okay, Shay.
You know what it is? It's not real. It's fake news.
I think it's real.
Fake news.
I think it's real.
Fake news. Fake news.
So Shay, who we just had on the last episode, right?
Yeah. Well, a couple.
No. What? This is 19.
2 ago.
This is 19.
This is 19.
Oh my gosh.
3 ago.
She was on 16. Go check that episode out if you haven't. And she sent us a text. Who is the guy that even said it doesn't even matter? It was on Facebook. And
it was Justin Joshua, I think.
Some of the post was the guy he was using Pro Tools, Logic, and he had a third software. Like he's
Cubase, I think.
Yeah, or whatever. And so he's not just well versed in one of them. Like he works regularly in all of them. And he said in the post he heard from some guys that the something about Logic it's just the quality of it wasn't as good as other DAWs. Like when you bounce it out of the project, and then he was like, this can't be it. Then he actually did it, and he's like, there is some loss in the quality. And I was like, I think I've heard that too.
Did you see what year that was?
No,
on
what
that
year?
post? 2016.
I didn't see that.
Guess what year Logic started? Like 2010. Or it started actually in the early 2000s, but Apple bought it in like 2010.
What year did, what year before? What did it actually start before Apple?
02 or something.
02?
Well, it was just called Logic Pro, and it was on Windows. It was on everything. It wasn't just Apple. Yeah.
Oh no, I knew that. I didn't know that was that old. That kind of, but still, I think I'd be interested to do that test still today and see if there's a difference.
I don't think there is because Logic, at least since COVID, has done so many.
I know they do many updates.
Every 3 or 4 months, there's an update, software update, bit depth update.
Okay, so would you want to do that test then? Like, we'll get a track. We'll find someone that has Cubase or like one or other DAW.
Well, can I tell you why I don't think this is kind of fair? But hear me out.
Why?
Is because I'm assuming what they're doing is they're putting a WAV file into both things and then just bouncing it out. So they're not mixing in it. So you're going to mix in Logic, and then when you bounce it out, it's going to sound the same because you're mixing into what it sounds like. Pro Tools probably, actually, on paper, probably isn't flat either. You know, Logic probably has loss or whatever. Pro Tools probably adds stuff, and you probably have to take more out.
And now you're assuming stuff.
Dude, it's you have to mix into the software you're mixing in.
I'd be interested to know if it's...
It's different if you're plugging a wave in there that's mastered, bouncing it out, and see if it sounds different.
That's what I'm thinking. So you'd have to somehow record into all 3 or 4 of them at the same time, and then figure it out.
And bounce them all out the same level,
I kind of want to do that,
thing. Good, dude.
Could you even do that?
How are we going to split the signal
4 times?
We'd either have to do buy Dante and do it on Dante, or we'd literally have to just get a splitter and split it 3 ways, each signal 3 ways.
I think we should do that.
No, I'm not putting money into that.
Get like 1 XLR split.
I'm not putting money into that. I'm not putting my money into that.
That would suck, actually, to run all that.
Yes.
Oh my gosh! Just thinking about just the cableage alone, and not even the software crap. Oh, that would suck.
Logic does have a sound. It does have a sound. Logic sounds.
Because I would agree with that. It
doesn't sound digital,
but you can tell that it's something different than like that. I don't hear it.
Yes,
in Pro Tools.
but also Pro Tools sounds different than. I feel like
it sounds more normal. I know it's so objective, but
it's not. It's
or subjective, whichever one it was. I don't know.
Normal is. You know how many bad records have probably been mixed in Pro Tools?
Yeah, but that's not Pro Tools' fault. That's the engineer's fault.
It doesn't matter what you mix in. It doesn't matter. If it sounds
Pro Tools
good,
is
it sounds good.
You like Pro Tools then?
Let's get something straight, people. And I have said this to you privately. Let's get something straight here.
Okay, put it out in the world then.
I don't hate Pro Tools. I use it as studios. I like it.
Clip that.
It's good for certain things. I love Deverb. We've talked about this. I love Deverb.
Clip it.
But I can't. It doesn't fit on my laptop, and Logic barely fits on my laptop as is. So
just get a better laptop and then run.
And
Pro
guess
Tools.
what? When I do get a good computer, guess what I'm going to get if I have the money to pay for it? If they stop this monthly thing with Pro Tools,
they're not going to stop that.
Then I guess not doing that because I'm also not paying for that. That is such a scam.
I know it is.
You guys are getting scammed for something. And guess what? You also get an eighth of the plugin and instrument library that you get in Logic. Logic, you get like 700 to 1,000 different MIDI sounds.
Just for buying it outright?
Yes. And you get thousands and thousands of loops that are royalty free that you can use. And even Logic signs a deal that even if someone uses it and produces a song, you can also it's so intuitive. It's the future.
But recording wise, Pro Tools kicks.
You know what it is Pro Tools is good, and for recording it is good. But also people are comparing Pro Tools now to Logic 10 years ago. Nobody has decided
doing that.
Nobody has actually done the research to look into what Logic is actually like. Nobody's actually used Logic to do this. They just use Pro Tools and talk shit about Logic.
No.
I went to school, spent 1.5 years, 2 years on Pro Tools at school, and I didn't use Logic outside of when I was going to school. I used Pro Tools for my personal stuff too because I was like, I'm going to learn Pro Tools.
Good.
And I hated it.
That's not good.
It's just preference, bro. Preference. Also, I think it matters what genre you're mixing in. Because in metal and in hard rock, high production stuff.
So then you're saying because of the DAW, it's going to affect the sound based on the genre too. So you're saying some genres will sound better in a specific DAW, or are you just saying the workflow, not sound?
Workflow.
Okay.
Workflow. Not
Okay, I thought you meant sound.
No, workflow.
Because then I was like, that means this guy on
Because
Facebook was right.
What Logic does is like what I love that Logic does that saves me so much time that Pro Tools doesn't do, that I don't understand why they don't do, is that when you assign something to a bus, it automatically makes the track right there. If you go, I'm going to send something to bus 1, you don't have to then make a bus track, assign that to bus 1, and then assign the input. It automatically, boom, there's bus 1 with that routed to it.
Look, but in Pro Tools, you make the bus and you send it. Like, it's not that. It's a few more seconds of your life. Is that really okay?
Well, isn't that half of this anyway? When we talk about DAWs and in studio sessions and in studio settings, it's the speed of things, it's the efficiency of things. That's half of it.
Yes.
Half of efficiency is speed.
It's not. Well, then you just got to be better at Pro Tools. Then that's part of it. Command whatever, make the bus, send it, done.
I just don't think Pro Tools is as user friendly as Logic. Therefore, I think Logic is easier to use because it makes it for the user more friendly to use, and you feel better using it.
I agree, but that doesn't mean you can't be insanely fast at Pro Tools.
I also think that I can still get the same mixes that I get now in Pro Tools. I don't think it matters.
No, but tracking is still always going to be better in Pro Tools.
Tracking, I tracked the song for More Weight, tracked it in Pro Tools or in Logic. It's perfect.
That's great.
It does the same thing that
that's
Logic
good for
does.
You. If you like it, that's good for you.
And Logic does the same thing Pro Tools does.
Good for you. Good for you.
We need to have someone on that
likes them both.
You know what we should have on?
Who?
I'm going to say it. We've talked to him. We met him once. Our friend Hunter, his dad mixes in Logic.
Yeah.
That's a goal. Next season, we should. Maybe it won't happen, but I would love to have him on and talk Logic.
Well, speaking of guests, we have one more next week. We have
other than the
our regularly scheduled. We'll wrap the episode with this. Our regularly scheduled episodes will be done next week. No, I'm thinking time-wise. We have one more to record with a guest. That'll be our final episode for the season.
Yeah, so the last episode
Besides,
of the season will be 20.
a couple, maybe some special things you might see for the rest of this year.
Yes,
maybe.
We may be getting seasonal, might we say.
And then we'll be back next year sometime, early next year, with some regularly scheduled Green Room podcast content.
Season 2.
That's right, Season 2. So speaking of guests, let us know who you want to see next season.
Yes. And realistic.
Real. Especially if you're here in the area.
Someone.
If you're here in the area in Franklin or Nashville or any of the surrounding towns, you let us know if you want to come on, whatever. I think it'll be really fun. We'll be here still again at the Franklin Theater, as long as they let us be.
As long as they don't fire us.
Or we get fired.
Or that, yeah.
Or we quit.
Or whatever.
Do you think they should let us do it if we quit?
We'd have to pay for it.
No. We're buds. Eric likes us. We're friends.
My Instagram is bden_Aten. BDEN_ATEN.
That's funny.
Go follow me. Because we only have one more episode with Matt, I'm not going to promo as much of my stuff on that. We'll bleep it.
No. Do it again.
Because we have one more episode with the guest, I'm going to promo some stuff that'll probably come out while we're taking a break. Look out for my band More Weight. We'll probably have the single that I talked about coming out a couple episodes ago. Actually, we'll probably release later in the year. Listen to it. It should be good. I'm mixing it, so I hope it's good. Yeah, look out for More Weight. We'll
when
probably
does
be
this
putting some
episode
stuff
come out?
3 weeks.
This one? Oh, well.
Well, 17 comes out this week.
Oh,
so this is
all right.
17,
You're gonna miss. I have a gig this September 16th. That's long gone after this now. You missed that. If you're in the Annapolis or Philly area in early October, I'll be there with Chris Nerthen.
Nice.
It's the first 2 Saturdays of October. I'll be there playing with him. I don't know exactly what those shows look like, but come on down. It's on my website, mosmo-music.com. You see all my dates. All my socials are on there. Follow the Green Room Podcast, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, all that fun stuff.
Shout out everybody.
Yeah. Shout out just all you guys for watching, listening, doing whatever.
It's been we kind of just have been talking about whatever, doing whatever we do each episode. It's been fun. So thanks for listening. So,
Yeah. Well, cool. You guys have a good one. We'll see you guys next week
peace.
with our last guest.
Peace.
Ciao.